For days and weeks on end, it's been a non-stop barrage of questions of this Mitsuru versus Weiss death battle. Long time no see, by the way. How you guys doing? And I am, my initial reaction to this death battle was, it has to be these two of my favorite characters from one of them from the Persona series and one of them from the Ruby series, my favorite Ruby girl, Weiss. My initial reaction was, why these two? Why do you got to do this to me? I got to watch these two fight to the death. I don't usually do death battle reactions. I don't do that type of stuff. I used to watch it way back in the day, but over time I haven't had the time to catch up with the recent episodes. But this topic, or this specific death battle, has caught the interest of a lot of people. And it's a very relevant topic to me just because I play Blazing Cross Tag Battle where these two characters reside. And a lot of people are really interested as to what I have to say, what my reactions are to this death battle. So I'm going to be doing something that I don't normally do, but at the same time I do, which is my reaction, but I don't do it with death battles, that's for sure. So I'm going to be doing the whole entire episode. I'm going to be watching it myself. I'm going to be I'm going to be basically putting the time right next to me as to when the death battle starts, because I know a lot of people are interested in just the death battle reaction. So I'm just going to be putting up the time over here, and I'm going to be watching the whole thing. So if you guys stick around for the whole thing, awesome. But if not, you can skip to this part. All right, guys, we're going to be watching this. Let's take a look at what happens. This is the Mitsuru versus Weiss death battle. This is going to hurt my soul. This is really going to hurt my soul. Okay, let's get into it. Let's just do it. Ads. Thank you.
They're as cold as ice. They're willing to sacrifice.
Here we go.
Today, we're pitting together two queens of ice, born into powerful, if troubled, families.
Queens of Ice.
Weiss Schnee, heiress to the Schnee Dust Company and member of the Huntress Team Ruby.
And they use the Blazing Cross Tag
Mitsuru
Battle
Kirijo,
portrait
heiress to the
for
Kirijo
both these
group and
characters.
member of the Persona
Rubbing
wielding
salt in the
Sea.
wound.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's
Oh,
our
whoa,
job to
they have like
analyze their
little
weapons, armor, and
caricatures
skills to
now.
find out who would win
He's got a metal
death
arm?
battle.
Damn, it really has been a while since I watched this.
The world of remnants.
All right, we're
is
watching
known
the
for many
Weiss
things.
section
The
first,
vicious
which is
creatures
nice.
called Grimm, the hunters and huntresses committed to fighting them, and the
Cool.
Schnee family.
Yeah,
They're gonna be going into her origin story and
their
everything for
princess
those
is
for the people that don't know.
As the heiress to the
I imagine
family
everybody
company,
knows
she
who
grew up
Weiss
in a
is. If you
pretty
watch
cold
Death
home.
Battle, you guys know
Pun
that Death
intended.
Battle is owned by
The
Rooster
Schnee
Teeth
family expected a
or
lot
Screw
from Weiss.
Attack. I don't know how
was
it works,
considered
but
essential
I'm pretty
that
sure
she
they
live
know
up to
about
their
Weiss.
highly
But
influential name.
Too bad for
inspired
them,
by
she had
Snow
her
White,
own
she's
plan.
5'3".
Rejecting
That's
her
something I
father's
didn't
wishes to
know.
remain at home, Weiss left to attend Beacon Academy.
Yeah, the
and
rich
trained
girl,
to
the rich
become
girl.
a huntress. Literally putting the
She's
W
grown a lot
in
from her
Team
original
Ruby. Within
debut
just
in
a
Volume
year,
1.
Weiss established
All
her
the
own name
characters
for
have really
herself,
grown a lot,
saving
which
the
is pretty
kingdom on
great.
more than one occasion, and doing so with her trusty blade, Mitsuru.
Ah, I should read that. I have the manga right here, actually. But if you guys don't know, I don't read.
With a 3-foot-long blade. But guess what?
Dang.
It's also a gun.
What it's like
Instead
to
of a
not
plain old
read.
crossguard, it's got a 6-slot revolver-style chamber that Weiss fills with bullets colored like the rainbow.
Well, they're not exactly
I love it.
bullets. They are vials of dust, which she can fire to enhance her weapon and skills.
Pretty great. I wish they would have
Schnee Dust
incorporated that
Company
just a
are one of
smidge
the
more
largest
into her
producers
gameplay
and
in
exporters
Cross
of
Tag.
dust.
Wait. They sell dust? I got a ton of that shit covering the bookshelf in my trailer. I can sell it and finally have enough money to buy a second bookshelf. Just farm, here I come.
No, not that kind of dust.
Okay,
In the world
okay,
of
okay.
rain,
Yeah.
Dust is an energy source, often used
They're
to
still
fuel
with the
vehicles
cheesy,
and
corny
weapons.
lines, of course.
Wait, you have books?
When did I say anything about books?
Well, long story short, there are 4 main types of dust: air, lightning, fire, and water.
And Weiss
Yes,
likes
sir.
to mix water and air together for her favorite, ice dust.
And that is why they call you the Ice Queen.
She can also attack
Ice
with fire,
Queen.
launch a windstorm, block attacks with barriers, and many, many other techniques. Needless to say, Myrtanaster is a surprisingly versatile weapon.
She also uses dust to boost her semblance, which is basically her X-Men superpower. Weiss gets hers from her family line and can do a bunch of stuff with it.
Freaking her knight, her persona. I see where this is going.
Denoting its ability. Black glyphs hold things in place, while white ones propel things forward. Also, by infusing glyphs with dust, she can manipulate their effects. For example, a touch of lightning dust lets her dilate time, dramatically increasing her speed.
Or even better, she can use
Hey, I didn't know she could do that. Hold on a second. Is that in the book?
Beastmaster style.
She can
Like this
control
crazy
time
boar, a giant killer
with
wasp,
lightning?
and the
Hold on a minute.
Armageddon.
Does it say that on here?
Literally translates to giant
Hold on a
armor
second.
in Latin. So
I didn't know she could do that.
Damn, just
Gravity?
imagine how great her family could be if they all didn't hate each other. Unlimited dust, giant
God, that
bodyguards
freaking-
could
that
summon
little
anytime,
brother, dude.
And they'd never be stuck with warm beer.
Just a small cap, you know.
The Schnee family does suffer from some
pop a
rocky
cap.
relationships, with the exception of Weiss and her older sister Winter.
Wait, go back. Is her
I like
dad
Winter a
Colonel
lot.
Sanders?
I guess there's a certain
Colonel
resemblance.
Sanders?
KFC,
Yo, I never really made that
KFC.
connection. But
No
yeah,
wonder
that's
they're
a
so
hella Mr. KFC Colonel
Where
Sanders.
did you get that chicken?
What? You don't carry pocket chicken?
So, back on topic, Weiss has a
Pocket
very
chicken, huh?
powerful and versatile ability, and like most semblances,
Oh, there's
it's
a little
powered
caption
by
there.
her-
Hold on a minute. She can summon creatures that she has previously slain in battle, specifically those which hold particular importance to her personal growth. While her sister can't summon multiple of a single creature, Weiss hasn't shown this capability yet.
Like
So her
an
sister
invisible
can,
shield
but
around
she
her
can't.
body.
Not yet.
She's basically
Not yet.
unkillable while it's up.
Makes sense.
Though the aura itself isn't indestructible, it can be depleted after taking a lot of damage and needs time to restore itself. Without
course.
it, she cannot use her semblance, and she's much more vulnerable.
But that
Of
aura
course.
is pretty friggin' tough. It was just enough to take a full-on hit from a geyser of lava.
Lava can reach temperatures up to 1200 degrees Celsius.
Oh, here
enough
we
to melt
go.
Iron. And during a food fight of all things, she was thrown into a pillar so hard it was obliterated.
Hey, Wiz, I've been in a few food fights in my time, and that shit gets intense.
Let's get into
And
the
that
math.
was tame by comparison.
What's
But
the
greatest
math?
of all, with a combination of ice and her aura, she survived riding atop a speeding train crashing through concrete. By measuring the diameter of the resulting hole and applying the values of fragmentation, this means Weiss survived an impact equal to over 7 tons of TNT.
But it's not just
God
Weiss
damn,
that's
okay,
tough.
that's
Her
kinda
glyphs
crazy.
are strong enough to catapult the Armageddon, and with her ice powers, she's knocked around a giant mech built for fighting Godzilla-sized Grim.
Compared to the height of her teammate nearby,
That was a
it
pretty cool
appears
fight.
She created over 2,000 metric tons
Except
of
for the
ice.
actual, like,
Obviously, that much ice
freaking
doesn't fit
the
into 2
Megazord
miles of
part.
dust. She's likely
The
using
Grim part
ocean
was
as a
cool,
base
but
to
not the
exert fusion
Megazord.
energy and vaporization energy on the nitrogen.
Holy
in the
crap, we
air,
got math!
thereby freezing it like so. At most, this would require over 900 billion joules of energy, equivalent to detonating around 230 tons of TNT.
Wow, no wonder she could push that big old robot around. Plus, Weiss can
That's
also
a lot
move
of
super
freaking
quick,
TNT,
dodging missiles
man.
and even hitting bullets
That's a
out of
lot
the
of
air.
TNT,
With
man.
time dilation, she can stay nearly untouchable while taking
That's a
out her
lot of
opponents in the blink of an eye.
Seriously, like
That old
she's
saying,
ton of
look
TNT.
right
Another
here.
caption. Hold on, let me read this. In the manga, Weiss has some greater feats, such as using glyphs to pull meteors from outer space. What? She could do that? Oh my god! I gotta read this. These feats are unsupported by primary canon or stem from non-canon gags. Oh, it's a gag.
Tube on a lazy river and
Damn.
sting like you're peeing in
Damn,
the
so we're not
morning.
counting it?
Please go to a doctor.
She's gonna need
Throughout
all the
her
help she
journey,
can get.
Weiss has overcome all sorts of dangers, but her most difficult task may have been the moment her father cut her out of the family, leaving her financially broke and dismissed from her birthright.
Ah, boo,
Hey, man.
no more allowance.
It's okay. She
Still,
don't
she's
need the
powered
money.
through and made a name for herself as a huntress. With the Ruby team at her back, I think she's found the family she truly belongs to.
Oh, Weiss baby. All right. So Weiss, she accomplished a lot of things that aren't necessarily disclosed super well in the actual show, but in the manga, a lot
In the
more
early
backstory is
2000s,
provided, which
you'd
is
be
nice.
hard-pressed to find
Now
someone in Japan
Mitsuru,
who
now
didn't
this is
know
going to be
the
really
Kirijo
tough for
group.
Weiss because
A global
Mitsuru, I think,
conglomerate
is
involved in nearly
legit
every
like.
aspect of daily life. And the heiress to
I've-
this impressive company was
Let's
a
just
young
watch
girl
this, and
named
I'll tell you
Mitsuru
guys
Kirijo.
like who
But
might win.
unknown to her, the family company was into some
Or my
pretty
prediction, I
sketchy
should say.
Stuff. Her grandpa started experimenting with some sort of mental world called the Mind Place.
Or more officially, the collective unconscious, a realm connected to every living being's subconscious mind. And within the collective unconscious dwells shadows.
This is an interesting
fragments
one
of human
because as
psyche
much as
which
I love
often appear as malevolent
Mitsuru,
monsters.
I don't necessarily know
However,
like
there's
how
another sort more
like who
directly
she
integrated
is.
with the minds of individual people, effectively
That makes
becoming
sense.
their shadow selves.
So some of them are demons.
Oh,
who
yeah,
want to kill
Shadow-
you, and some of them
Ha,
are
ha,
demons
ha,
who are
ha,
part of
ha.
your brain.
Using
Close
P4
enough.
Arena
Well,
Ultimax as well,
Gramps tried to
or
get the shadows
P4 Arena
for
and
himself,
P3.
but as anyone
Uh-oh.
who's tried to summon
This
demons will
is
tell
gonna
you,
be crazy.
Don't do that. Trust me, it never works out. And when it does, it doesn't.
Chaos Incarnate erupted.
Yeah, that makes sense. When it doesn't work out, when it does work out, it doesn't. That makes sense to me.
On an unsuspecting populace, and unveiled the Tartarus, a citadel between worlds. The Earth was drastically changed with a new dark hour, an extra hour of time occurring at midnight.
Most folks didn't notice, though. The world basically freezes in time during the dark hour, including people. So nobody's got to pick up a new 25-hour clock, because when the hour runs up, everything continues like nothing happened. It's like getting an extra hour of secret sleep.
But some people are able to operate during this hour, including Mitsuru, which she decided to take full advantage of.
Yeah,
Her motorcycle, I
pretty
forgot about
guilty
that.
Her family basically ruining everything and sending hundreds of murder monsters into the world. So she swore to fix her grandpappy's mess.
And while she's
Grandpappy.
certainly skilled with a rapier thanks to her time in fencing club, a single sword would never be
Artemisia.
enough to
That
combat the
persona's
hordes
pretty
of shadows.
freaking ridiculous.
Luckily, her first experience with the Dark Hour helped her out in this regard.
That's one way to put it. She and her dad
The Ice
were
Whip is like my
almost murdered by
favorite.
Spooky shadows.
I love it,
This
man.
event also led to an awakening. With the threat of death itself mere seconds away, Mitsuru dug deep within and found a new weapon, her shadow self.
And that's how she became
Persona.
a person user.
Persona user.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Thanks to this fateful night, Mitsuru can summon a manifestation of her personality known as a persona. This was Penthesilea, who would eventually evolve into her ultimate form, Artemisia.
Artie's
Yeah.
the best imaginary friend you could ask for. She's got all sorts of powerful
I love it,
ice
man.
skills. She can heal Mitsuru's wounds. She can drain someone's energy and add it to Mitsuru's own. And she can blow people up with mega deal. It's a big purple.
Oh
kaboom
man,
that
they're
ignores
gonna
special
freaking
defenses.
pull out
Anyway,
all the
and to
spells.
top it
Yeah,
all off,
I think Mitsuru's
she's
winning.
got a kinky ice whip.
Mitsuru's winning.
While Artemisia cannot
Marin
really be
Karen
killed,
will be
she does
is
have her
useless
limits.
in
When a
Persona
is
3,
overtaxed
but
or
let me
takes
tell
too
you,
much damage, it becomes
it's definitely
broken
gonna be a
and
factor
unusable for a
here
short time.
in this death
And
battle.
since
I
Artemisia
guarantee
is
you.
technically part of Mitsuru's mind, when the persona gets hurt, so does she.
But this connection also grants Mitsuru her own set of special powers.
On caption. Damage to the persona does not physically injure the user, rather it causes a strain on their stamina and severe mental pain. Also, it's worth noting personas are resistant to most conventional forms of attack. Okay.
Superior to most others. She can also sense the locations of people and layouts of buildings through analytical clairvoyance.
She used to be the
She's also immune to ice
guide
and cold, so I'm not really
before
sure why she
Fuka.
needs a giant fur coat.
Everyone needs
I love
a
her
fur
coat.
Wiz.
Her
Come
coat
on.
is great.
I guess. It is
It,
a pretty nice
it
coat.
really goes with the look.
Anyway, Mitsuru wasn't going into battle alone. She gathered a team of Persona users to form the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad.
God, I love
or
Mitsuru, man.
SEES,
Mitsuru
which
and White.
is
I
what
love
they
both
say.
these
The team
characters.
set out to explore
God, it's
Tartarus,
such a
combat the
freaking
shadows,
shame.
and put an end to the
I have to
Dark
see
Hour,
both these
while
characters
also
go
scoring
up.
some extra credit because it was
Why
technically
couldn't it have
an
been
extra
somebody else?
Japanese
I'm just
schools are way
saying,
more
you know what
hardcore
I
than
mean?
ours.
It could have been
And with
anybody
the
else.
team at her back,
But
Mitsuru
Mitsuru and
needed a
Weiss.
tool
Sure,
to
why not?
reliably summon
You know,
personas
whatever.
with. And so came the Evoker, which might be a little disturbing to some people, so fair warning.
Yeah, it looks just like a gun, and
Oh,
that's
people
kind of
aren't-
the point. The idea
people
is to
aren't-
use the
aren't
gun to
aware.
create an extremely
You have to
traumatic
shoot yourself in the
experience
face.
similar to how Mitsuru first evoked her
Gotta
own
shoot
persona.
yourself in the face. Caption, hold on. While the Evoker is a reliable method of summoning personas, it is not technically required. Mitsuru is skilled enough to summon Artemisia without one. Yeah, that's after, you know,
Specifically,
they're
this is accomplished by
yeah, this
aiming
is this is in
the
Persona
thing at
4
your
Arena
face
pretty much.
and pulling the trigger.
Persona
that's
4
definitely
Arena,
not
she's
how
able to
guns are
summon
supposed
her
to work.
Questionable
Artemisia
concepts
without.
aside, Mitsuru and
That's
her
just
persona
that's just
are
how the
an
gameplay
absolute
worked
terror
basically.
on the battlefield.
So they took it as
Oh,
a
God.
different way of
Did she just put on that
progression
big stick?
instead of
Yes, she
just
did, Boomstick.
you know,
And it was
like
a goddamn
she progressively
Oh,
got
go
better of using her
forward, but
persona. So instead of
also
using an evoker, she can
cannon
just
dick.
summon her
Mitsuru
at
is
will.
quick enough to dodge gunfire. Heck, another Persona user is even fast enough to outrun a bullet fired by a Magnum.
Those usually have a muzzle velocity of over 360 meters per second.
And Personas can move even faster. Naoto's could react
To
to
stand,
an
dude.
arrow in milliseconds.
Konostando
And
da.
Mitsuru has defeated her in battle.
But hey, how about that time Mitsuru and her whole team survived an explosion that totally wrecked this whole bridge? Now, in my humble opinion, using my very own
Oh,
handcrafted
Lord, here we go.
measurement chart, I'd say this blast falls somewhere in the range of, oh shit, we're dead.
Interesting, but let's use some real science.
All right
now.
then.
This is real science. I tested explosions and their real effects on real people just like you would. I'm a real scientist now.
But
Now,
that's-
the biggest
wait,
factor
real
of this
people?
battle, I think, is that Mitsuru, if she
Where
gets
are the
leveled up
interns?
high enough, then she actually gains the immunity to ice. And that
thank
could
you.
be
Oh, it's so
either a
soft.
factor to make Weiss win or make Weiss lose. Because the fact that Weiss can use different dusts to go around, get around this, she can use fire and such. So it all depends on as to how they play out the actual death battle. Because that could be like a deciding factor for Weiss winning or losing, like I said. Here we go, vaporization energy and energy.
Though this can't all be attributed to Mitsuru, as she did have help.
That's still a hell of a lot of
I
ice.
can't believe they did that.
Artemisia
So
sure
60
makes a powerful
kilotons?
pair.
Damn, I wish I
And
was
even after
freaking, I wasn't
successfully
American
ending
right
the
now.
Dark Hour and redeeming her family name, Mitsuru continued battling for
60
evil everywhere.
kilotons? Is that
One
more than
shadow
two?
at a
I
time.
bet you anything at the end they're gonna be like, yeah, 60 kilotons is better than 250
All
tons
right, the
of
combatants
freaking
are set, and we've run the data
of
through all
TNT.
possibilities.
And I'm just
But
like,
first,
ugh,
I'll
just tell me right now.
Get something better with Blue Apron.
Okay, so with all the
By now,
information
you've
that they
probably
have received right now, or that we've intook about the actual death battle itself, I feel like Mitsuru is gonna win. Like, I just think that Mitsuru is just better overall in this situation, just because of the different adventures she's been on. I mean, my God, she's taken on a god. So, like, well, how can you compete with that? Like, how? There's no way. And all the different abilities, like healing and such. Now, a big deciding factor would be to like take out the persona and to really focus on the persona. I'm approaching this like an actual fighting game because that's my actual forte. But I feel like Mitsuru's gonna take this. I hope I get surprised. Either or, it breaks my heart to see this next part. So I'm definitely going to be. I don't know who. Let's just watch this right now, okay? This is the actual death battle. Let's see this. I think they just started fighting straight up. Let's see this. That's crazy how they're using 3D models as well instead of sprites. I would think they would use sprites, but I guess they want to show off.
You fight with a sense of ease. Thank you, but flattery will get you nowhere.
I bet you anything they actually got the voice actors for Weiss to do this. This is cool choreography though, man. I definitely gotta give Death Battle props for improving their choreography. It's freaking dope. Yeah, like I said, like she can't use her ice powers.
Fighting me with ice, ironic, and a waste of time. Artemisia!
Yeah, but now she can use fire, which is her weakness. I love it, man. The whip. Now, because they're kind of revealing everything that's going on right now, like they're breaking out the fire factor a little bit earlier. Weiss might actually win. Who knows?
Ice Queen. Huh, so that's what it's like.
LOL! LOL! Now using the freaking bee, huh? Yeah, here comes the Weiss glyphs. Woo! Man, looking at this in 3D is kind of badass. Damn, the Beedrill's dead? Beedrill's dead. Ow! Get your head in the game, chica. Oh, that's so sick, actually. Yo, why is this fight scene better than every other fight scene in Ruby Volume 5 and 6? How are they doing this? Why can't they do this better? Okay, hold on a minute. Here's like she summoned the Night Boy. She summoned Night Boy. That's basically her most powerful weapon, which means that Mitsuru's got this. There's a formula that death battles have, and if they break out their ace up their sleeve a little bit earlier, that means they're losing, unless they've changed something. But back in the day, you can call it immediately.
Artemisia! No mercy!
Okay, I thought that was it, man. Aura's gone. Mitsuru's in pain.
How strong are you? Strong enough.
See, told you. Told you. Here it is. Her aura's gone. She can heal herself. Yep. What did I tell you? Ah, don't show me. Wait a minute. What are they doing? Yep. There goes a weapon. That's it. Oh, they let it down easy. Oh, I like it. Sick. Okay, thank you. Thank you for taking it easy on me. Sometimes they get real brutal with their kills. But this is just like nice. Thank you. It was easier on my heart to see it that way.
Though to be fair, Mitsuru's analytical clairvoyance meant it would have been pretty difficult for Weiss to get the jump on her. Plus, Naota's persona had to move around Mach 7 to catch that arrow in such a short amount of time.
So, big thing right now, just a little bit, just to talk a little bit more about it. Basically, the whole fire element and the ice element that she's immune to ice was taken care of like immediately after everything. But I knew that if she had all her skills, if she had all her abilities, Mitsuru was gonna hella win. Like her healing factor, her immunity to ice, and you know other different factors as well. So, but like definitely, like I said, as soon as the character. The first character to pull out their ace up their sleeve is the first one they're gonna lose every time immediately. And the death battle formula still stands.
She took a hit worth over 21 tons of TNT, definitely higher than Weiss's 7-ton train feat.
Frankly, Mitsuru's survivability and power output outclassed Weiss. Even if we cut her major.
Yep, 21 versus. Oh man.
Mitsuru still output 130 times more energy than Weiss when she attacked that mech.
But
yeah.
Numbers aren't everything, right?
Sure, there's always a new way to look at things. For instance, Weiss's arsenal was limited by her aura and dust supply, while Mitsuru had no such constraint on her own powers.
It takes a long time to restore aura, and remember, when a persona gets broken, it can just come back a few seconds later.
Which was extremely useful, as Artemisia could heal Mitsuru at any time, undoing whatever progress Weiss had made.
Oh man, what an ice-cold move!
Okay, so that makes sense now. So, yeah, like I said, I thought Mitsuru was definitely going to win in this situation, which I was pretty much correct overall. Just because, like I said, freaking Weiss can't handle, she doesn't have any means of healing herself, and that was actually a pretty big factor in this situation at the very end, when both of them are at their, at the end of the line. Mitsuru just, Dia, bam, I'm back. That's it, done, free. So that's cool. So I'm glad that they were able to deal with the actual defeat of Weiss a little bit more cleanly than I usually see the death battles, because normally that's like brutal, man. Either they blow up, they lose a limb, they freaking decapitate, they blow them up. It's real brutal. So you know what? As much of a pansy as I am for saying that type of stuff, I freaking love these two characters. These characters are freaking awesome. I love Mitsuru. I love Weiss. And I think the choreography for this fight was way better than I expected it to be. And like I said, I really hope that they take some of this choreography and they implement it into Ruby somehow, because I feel like that's missing from the old school Rubies in the current volumes. Which is the cool choreography and the cool fight scenes like that. I think this animation was, for some reason, like better than like any other Ruby fighting scene from volume 4, 5, or 6. Not gonna lie. So hopefully they're able to include something like that. Well, anyways, yeah, Mitsuru won. That's pretty much like my guess, and I'm pretty sure everybody else's guesses. Now, a lot of people were saying that Weiss was going to win, mostly because it's owned by Rooster Teeth, and then there's bias there. But if you but they did take a look at the information, and they kind of took a look at this from a more analytical perspective, which is nice, and they realized that Mitsuru is kind of really good. So, yeah. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Let me know what you guys think of today's death battle. Let me know in the comment section down below who you thought was gonna win, and what do you think of the results, of course. And let me know if you guys like one over the other. I cannot choose between the two. I just love both these characters. I really do. I love them both. And it was a good fight. Anyways, I'm probably never going to see another death battle again. I swear to God. But let me know what you guys think. Like I said, subscribe to the channel for more videos such as this and for more fun videos like this. Like the video if you guys did. And of course, follow me on Twitter for any other questions or concerns that you have for me or the channel. Take it easy, everybody. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.